Hey Spurs, we are going to be looking through another story. Nothing Can Stop Her. And we are going to look at text features. I'm going to do the read aloud. You might want to get some paper and pencil and take down some notes. All right, this is another informational text, which is nonfiction. I'm going to put this on full screen so we can see it a little bit better. Nothing Can Stop Her. Title. And then here's a subtitle, which is like a smaller title that goes underneath the big title. Jordan Reeves was born with a disability, but she says her difference doesn't hold her back. It makes her amazing. There's a picture of the girl, Jordan Reeves. I see over here, there's some type of diagram about creating Project Unicorn. So even though I haven't read the story, I'm thinking they're going to be talking about this project. I'm noticing that this young lady here is Jordan Reeves. I notice the title says Nothing Can Stop Her. And the subtitle says that Jordan Reeves was born with a disability. Looking at her picture, I notice that she has one arm that's different from another. I also noticed a couple of these bold print words. Prosthetic, an adjective, which describes a noun. It describes a device that is used to replace a missing or injured body part. And I see the word mentor. It's a noun, someone who gives advice or guidance. And then there's another diagram here. It says what Jordan wants you to know and a little information about things that she wants you to know. All right, let's get reading. When Jordan Reeves was 8 years old, she couldn't wait to start a new dance class. But as she was warming up, she noticed that some of the kids were staring at her. Was her leotard on backwards? Had she spilled something on herself? Nope. The kids were looking at her left arm. It stops above the elbow. I've had to deal with people staring at me my whole life, Jordan, now 13, explains. Although Jordan sometimes feels uncomfortable when people stare, she's proud to be different. And she's using her difference to inspire other kids with disabilities. You can do cool things, just give it a try. Jordan says, you might have to do it differently than other people, but it's worth trying. Here we have a subheading, Tackling Challenges. So tackling challenges is one of the subheadings, and that's another text feature. So let me stop for a minute there so that you can catch up. I've been taking notes as I've been reading to write down the text features that we have encountered. And so far the text features that I've encountered, or we have encountered, is the title and the subtitle. And the title tells you, well, what the story is called. And sometimes it'll give you information about what the story is going to be about. We've also encountered bold print, and those were the vocabulary words that we covered. And then also right now we have the subheadings that we are noticing, and the subheadings are these right here. The ones, I think of them kind of like chapter titles, but they're just describing what that section is going to be about. All right, so now we're on tackling challenges. Each year, about 2,000 babies in the United States are born with limb differences, like Jordan was. That means they are missing all or part of an arm or a leg. Doctors aren't sure why this happens. With only one hand, Jordan can have a tough time doing certain activities, such as tying her shoes. She sometimes uses a prosthetic arm to help her do things like ride her bike. And remember, prosthetic, it describes a device used to replace a missing or injured body part. Okay? You may have seen those before. Sometimes it might look like metal. Sometimes they have some that look almost like a real arm. And it can help them. Sometimes they can use the nerve endings that are left in that portion of the limb to help maneuver movement. All right. Glitter Girl. Growing up, Jordan attended camps for kids with limb differences. Then, 3 years ago, she was invited to a special workshop. She was challenged to design a new prosthetic arm, one that would turn her disability into a superpower. Jordan teamed up with designers to create an arm that shoots glitter. They use a 3D printer to create the prosthetic arm. Instead of paper, the 3D printer used plastic to create an arm shaped like a unicorn's horn. Jordan called her invention Project Unicorn. It was a really cool experience to show that you can build onto your difference to make it awesome, says Jordan. Not that I wasn't already awesome. Okay, so before I go any further, I want to add on another text feature. Here, they're talking about creating Project Unicorn. And so I added diagram right here. I added diagram right here. And I put Project Unicorn. Okay. If you're wanting to go along, make sure you follow that link that was in your lesson plan and you can pull up this story. But I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see this diagram a little bit better. Creating Project Unicorn, step 1. Jordan sketched her idea for a glitter shooting arm. That's what's happening here in step 1. Number 2, a designer helped Jordan take measurements. And that's what's happening here. They're taking measurements. And then step 3, Jordan designed her new limb on a computer like this one. So they're showing you the computer that she used to design her limb. All right, let's finish our story. Zoom back out. Okay. Born Just Right. Jordan's mom shared the story of Project Unicorn online, and it quickly spread on social media. Jordan was already a mentor to other kids with disabilities. Remember, mentor meant someone who gives advice or guidance. Now she had a bigger audience and could share her message with more people. In 2017, which was 3 years ago, Jordan and her mom formed an organization called Born Just Right to help other kids with limb differences. They're making it possible for kids from across the U.S. to create their own limbs like Jordan did. We want to show kids that anything is possible, Jordan says. Sure, people still sometimes stare, but Jordan uses those moments to educate others. And she has a message for kids who feel different. Your differences are amazing, Jordan says. You never know what amazing things you can do with them. And then this little diagram here, another diagram, says what Jordan wants you to know. Not sure how to act around someone who's different from you? Here are some Jordan tips. Talk to me, not about me. It's okay to ask me questions about my disability, but please say hi and introduce yourself to me first. Stop staring. Imagine if someone were looking at you and whispering, "It's not fun." And don't make a big deal about people who look different. That's embarrassing. We're not aliens from another planet. We're just like you. All right, students. So remember, looking at our text features, we listed the different text features that our story had and what the text feature does, or how does that text feature help you understand the story a little bit better. So as you are going to look for your own informational text this week to do your performance task, you are also going to list the different text features that you find in your independent reading book, and you're going to write about how those text features help you understand that story. All right, if you have any questions, please make sure you come to tutorials. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Goodbye.